Hi everyone, this is Mantu Tuba. I am going to discuss a PMP situation in this video. This particular scenario is about Agile project and the situation is related to team collaboration. Let me read out the scenario first and then we are going to discuss the option choices. On an Agile project, a team member has been taking smaller, easier user stories from the backlog, not those with the highest priority. How should this be addressed? Option A, remind the entire project team that the highest priority user stories need to be taken from the backlog first. Instruct the team member to select larger and more challenging user stories in the subsequent iterations. Meet with the team members to understand why they pick easier stories and tailor the workload approach as needed. And option D, retrain the team members on the core technologies used to build the product to address the skill gap. Okay, so this is a very usual classic situation that's often observed in project teams, not only in agile teams, but generally in project teams where the team member they prefer to uh, go with their ease and comfort, and they do not want to come out of their comfort zone, and they just want to get on with the quick and easier stuff, you know, as per their choice. So, how this should be addressed? See, I often make a statement in my PMP classes and in my videos as well that root cause analysis is a technique which, if you master, you will be able to crack 70 to 80% of the questions in the exam, and you will be able to, uh, perform conflict management and team level issues, stakeholder related situations, and generally every project related risk and issue situation very easily. This is I would say fabulous technique. I mean, it helps a lot. So uh, this is one such scenario where root cause analysis could be easily applied, and if you apply the root cause analysis the right way, you will definitely go to the right answer very quickly. So, a situation, the situation or the problem statement is that the team member, it's one team member which is being discussed over here. So this team member is taking smaller, easier stories from the backlog, not those prioritized from the product owner in the product backlog. So he's actually compromising the priority. And we need to find the cause. We need to understand the why part of this situation. So anybody going to understand that the most you know viable thing to do, or from a leadership perspective, is having a dialogue with that person, like what is bothering him, why is he behaving this way, why is he not really going with the alignment and with the agreed upon priority? What is the reason? So let's check that where we are, or in which option choice we are getting this vibe. Starting with option A, remind the entire project team that the highest priority user stories need to be taken from the backlog first. This could be a choice as well, or maybe in the practical world, maybe someone would say that what's the wrong with this option choice? They should be trained, they should be coached, they should be mentored, that they are expected to pull the prioritized stories from the backlog, which is always prioritized by the product owner in the backlog grooming and in the backlog refinement sessions. The problem in this statement is the tone, the authoritative tone which is there in the option choice, reminding the entire project team that the highest priority user stories need to be taken from the backlog first. In this option, you are being authoritative, you are being enforced, you are not being, you're not being, how would I say it? You're not understanding the the situation or the problematic aspect of this use case. You are just enforcing yourself on the team that this is how it should be and this is what the expectation is, which is right in a way, but it's not fully right because this is not how the agile mindset works. The agile mindset expects that everybody in that environment, it's not only a project manager or senior member or a solution architect or subject matter expert, but everybody from the junior most to the senior most, they are expected to work in an intermingled way. They are expected to work in a highly collaborative environment, right? So somebody reminding someone else that this should be done this way is not the right essence of agile mindset, right? So that tone is not right, the perspective is not right, and that servant leadership mindset, the facilitation mindset, the leadership mindset is not there in option A. And option A gives you a feel of that, that following a process, following a plan, I'm saying this, you do this kind of approach, the micromanagement approach. So A is definitely not the right thing to do, and A is not going to perform the root cause of the situation because nobody is going to speak up in this environment. Nobody is going to really speak their heart out to you. Right? Option B, instruct the team member to select larger and more challenging stories. Now, this is the other extreme. It's not about picking the smaller stories or picking all of the large stories. It's about picking the highest value, um, requirements and the highest value epics and features and user stories from the backlog. And the value delivery is understood by the team and the product owner in a collaborative manner in the backlog refinement and sprint review and the sprint planning sessions, right? So it's about value. It's not about the size of the story. It's about the eventual delivery and the priority as well, like which item is needed at what time. So saying that okay, if the size of the story is bothering you, let's go with all the big stories. I mean, this way or that way, both are wrong. So B is clearly out. Option C is actually the right thing to do. So as the project manager or as the agile practitioner or in whichever capacity you are addressing the situation, even as a team member as well, like as any other team member who is helping or mentoring and coaching this team member who is struggling with this situation, you are expected to help your team member by meeting him, first of all, ideally in person or could be virtually as well, and to understand, to have a dialogue with him, to interview him, to have that heart-to-heart conversation with him, so that he would help you understand that what is really bothering him and why he is picking the easier stories, right? Why is he compromising the priority of the product backlog, right? And then you tailor. First you understand, then you help him understand that why following the priority and the concept of value delivery is important, and then you two uh, uh, tailor the workload approach and the assignment approach as needed, and maybe you can bring along the other team members in the in the situation fixation part as well. So this is the right implementation of root cause analysis. At first you know the problem, then you understand the causes of the problem by connecting the problem to the actualized data, and then you do the impact analysis, and then you go with the solution. Jumping directly to the solution or jumping to the conclusion is going to lead you or lead the situation in a very wrong way, right? So B or D or A, all actually lead to jumping to the conclusion strategy. So D is also the same thing. Retrain the team members on the core technology to build the product to address the skill gap. This is also jumping to conclusion. You can retrain them. Of course, there's no harm in that. But did you understand the reason first? Maybe it's not about retraining. Maybe it's about something else. Because the cause is different. Cause actually would connect you to the right action step. And until and unless you don't understand the reasons and the causes of this problem statement, how will you get to the right action step? Right? So maybe that person needs training. Maybe that person is coming from a predictive mindset and he's new to agile mindset, and maybe he doesn't understand the concept of backlog and backlog prioritization. Right? So maybe he needs mentoring, coaching, understanding the concept of value delivery, the concept of agility, agile values, agile principles. And maybe he needs training, but who knows? Maybe he doesn't need training. Maybe he's a pro in agile. It's just that it is his personal comfort because of which he is doing this. Maybe he's aware of all of that, and training is not the actual step, right? So D could be an action step, could not be an action step. Only the option C would lead you to the right action step, right? So D as a first step is not the right thing to do. Yes, D could be a later step, right? But A and B are clearly not the solutions to this problem, even after understanding the causes, right? I hope you like this explanation. Option C is the correct answer. If you have any follow-up queries, if you have any confusions, anything which is bothering you with respect to agility mindset related to this scenario or anything else, you can always reach out to me. The number is in front of you, and you can comment on this video as well, and I will definitely come back to you with the answer. So I will be back very soon with a new PMP scenario. Till then, take care. Goodbye.